thought I'd do a quick emergency broadcast on our snatch Deadpool thingies. I'm going to rename them. I'm in two minds. I think I'm going to call them stay over and sweeps, but I might call them snatch first ball and sweep. Regardless, they've been going really well. I've been quite surprised. I've never really liked them before, but they've really had a good effect on a lot of your snatching. But I think the better we do them, the more of a good effect we can get. And there's a couple of things that are common mistakes down the club. So the main one is, I think a lot of you have a goal, you want to get the bar to the hip, which is a secondary goal, but it's not the goal of the exercise really. So because you want to get the bar to the hip, as you get past here, you're just sitting up so that it's easy to push the bar. Like, it's really easy to push the bar into my hip there. What we want to do from the floor is maintain this back angle, keep going well past the pole until we've almost got straight legs, and then push the bar in. That is much more difficult, which I suspect is why a lot of people do it the other way. It's much more difficult. You feel it in your hamstrings, you feel it in your glutes and your back, especially up here under your armpit, has to work hard to get the bar back. So that's the main thing I want you to look for, is that from the floor, my back angle's there, it stays the same hopefully, and so I've got almost straight, so I'm well past where I would have finished my transition in ordinary lifting. I'm under a bit of strain here, then I'm pushing it back in. Now I can't quite get to my hips either, I'm a little bit below, and that's because, for me, a weightlifting bar's a little bit short. If I do this, it lifts the bar. My grip should be a bit wider so that it's right in the fold of my hip. So I actually can't get it right into the fold of my hip. If you can't get into the fold of your hip, it's worth checking if your grip's wide enough for the bar to actually be there when you get in a power position. So that's the thing that's worth checking. The other thing that I've seen is when you're getting here, some of you are still on your toes and doing that. When we get to the end of our first ball, so we're over-exaggerating in this exercise, when we get to the end, we should be right on our heels. We should be able to wiggle our toes. We should be right on our heels. So we're staying over, on our heels, and then pushing in, trying to keep our arms long. Whew, it's tiring. Maintaining your back angle, that back angle from the floor, just staying the same throughout the exercise is the really important thing we're looking for. And then when you get to the end, when your legs are nearly straight, not going to lock them, but nearly straight, we're using these muscles to push back as far as we can. If you can't get to the hip, that's a little bit secondary. Don't worry about it. Phew, I'm sweating. I've come in for work early to get this done. So there's some tips for your stay over and sweep. Sounds quite nice, doesn't it? Stay over, stay over, stay over, stay over. Sweep into the hip. That's what we're looking for. I'm adding a bit. I don't even know if this is in focus. I'm adding a bit just about when you're doing your actual complexes of your stay over and sweep plus snatch. It's quite difficult to do this, but once you've done your stay over and sweep, you've done stayed over, in there as much as you can, got there, try and forget about that and just do a snatch. We want the good things from our stay over and sweep to leak into your snatching without you consciously thinking about it too much. And it should be that your automatic systems find things that are good about that and use it in your snatching. So when you've done that, just do a snatch afterwards. We always try and stay over in the snatch to pass the knee, so it's not completely different, but we definitely don't want to be trying to get right in our hip like that in a snatch. We just want to get a snatch done. The really good thing that I've seen from doing this complex, and I'm going to keep it in, I think, in the next month cycle of training, because I think there's a bit more benefit to be got about it. The really good thing I've seen in your snatches is that when you're getting here, instead of just before the knee starting to sit up, which is a bit soon, you're waiting a bit longer and we're just getting that bar moving back that little bit more. So really, what doing all this is doing good for your snatches is just getting you to just prolong your first pull a little bit, and it should do that naturally without you worrying about, I want to exactly do that stay over and sweep when I do a snatch. So really think about your technique in a stay over and sweep. I want you to really concentrate on them. Get them right, really be picky, stay over as much as you can. I've just reviewed my video and I think I set up a tiny bit here, but we're trying to stay over as much as we can till we get here and trying to maintain that back angle. We want to push hard with the back, get them shoulders down, get that bar back into our hip. Then when we do a snatch, just do a snatch. Try not to think of it as a stay over and sweep and finish, because that can overdo it a little bit and make it not as effective. So when you're actually doing your snatch in the set, just do a snatch. Stay over as normal.